I know a lot of people struggle with developing their idea. When I'm talking to people about developing their idea, they struggle with knowing how much time they should invest into it, and how much energy is it going to take, and then the money budget. And so I always talk to the people about, you got to have a budget for each one of those buckets. You got to have a budget for your time. How much time can you invest into growing your business? Because that starts to shape the reality of how fast you can grow your business. And then how much money. One of the worst things that people can do is have a lot of money when they start their business. Because if you have a lot of money, you're going to invest it in things that you don't need right away. I remember when I was, in this joint venture with this lady she had got a big severance from her job. It was a big severance. I think it was like around 50K. But she was spending her money like crazy on, like she spent like 20K on some big marketing package that was going to help her get speaking gigs, and it did. It helped her get the speaking gigs, but she didn't make any money. She didn't make the money back that was in there. And then she built this big website. She did a couple of really big things, and then she started to realize she was running out of money, and the things that she was doing wasn't generating enough money for her to live on. And that was a big mistake that she had, because she went all in on her business, but she didn't really have a plan of, how am I going to make this business work? How am I going to grow it? Where do I spend the money to grow the business? What do I do organically? What do I do, with investments? So she didn't have an investment plan. She just had this motivation plan. She was motivated and inspired and excited, and she had the security of having this big severance money. So she thought, okay, now I'm good for a while. But she wasn't looking at, if I spend 20 grand on this marketing thing and then it doesn't bring the return that I expect, where am I going to get that shortfall from? Where am I going to get that other money from? And because she didn't have a plan, she couldn't go get a business loan, because she didn't even really have a plan of how she's going to make money back. How is she going to pay back the loan? How is she going to pay her rent? How is she going to... So that was a whole... So you got to have like a budget for your money. You got to have a budget for your time and for your energy. And it takes a lot of energy and effort to build a business. So you have to look at, where do you want to spend your energy? Sometimes people spend their energy in the wrong places, and the places they should be spending their energy, by the time they get to that, they don't have any energy left. They're tired. They're tired, and they're overwhelmed, and they're stressed out because they were working so hard on this other part. A lot of it, I see people work on content that they don't need. Content for like programs that they're going to sell that they don't need yet, because they're not even at that level where they're going to be able to start selling these big programs. Where instead they could be, selling a simple intro thing to start with, and getting feedback on what people like, what people don't like, and really start to build a business that way. So really, when you're jumping into building your own business, you got to have a budget for your dream, a budget for your effort and your excitement, and really make sure you understand what you're doing with your money, and where that shortfall is going to come from if you don't get your return as quickly as you thought you were going to get it.